Hello, everyone. This is Joey from United Red Devil TV. I'm back with another update over Manchester United transfer news and rumours. And we are just going to have a quick look over some of the big news headlines today. So, with a little over a month left of the summer transfer window left, so our first update is on Christian Eriksen. United midfielder Christian Eriksen has confirmed that he apparently is not expecting to leave the club this summer transfer window. The Danish international joined United from Brentford in July 2022 and has now entered the final year of his contract at Old Trafford. He has been linked with an exit this summer, including a talk of return to former club Ajax, but is expected to see his deal at the club. But after the reports that I did see yesterday, there are two clubs after his services, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably leave at the before the end of the summer transfer window. And then an update on one of the release players, Shola Shortier is expected in Greece to finalise his move to PAOK. According to reports by Gazeta Greece, Shola Shortier is expected to arrive in Greece this evening to finalise his switch to PAOK. The winger has failed to agree a new contract at United after his previous deal expired on June 30th. It was reported over the weekend he was poised to complete a surprise switch to the Greek champions. And just obviously updating yesterday, nothing else has really changed since yesterday, but we're still in the agreed personal terms stage with Mazraoui, and the agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich right back Nassau Mazraoui, according to a report by Football Insider. As reported by the Manchester Evening News on Sunday, United are optimistic about getting a deal done for the former Ajax defender. The report also adds further talks are set to take place between United and Bayern today. Also, this is a non-transfer related player-wise, but apparently, according to a report by the Sun, it was like, I didn't really want to add this one because the Sun's not exactly overly reliable. But United look ready to add former Blackpool and Oxford United boss Michael Appleton to their background team. Appleton, who is a former United youth player, is reportedly poised to return to Old Trafford and join the club's new look transfer team. It is claimed that Dan Ashworth, who worked with Appleton at West Bromwich Albion, wants to appoint him to the responsibility of dealing with the club's loans. Les Parry currently holds the position, so potentially Les Parry could be going out the door, and possibly Michael Appleton coming in, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Update on Aaron Wan-Bissaka leaving. West Ham United are still in talks with United about a deal for right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka, according to Slow Sports News. The Hammers are keen on extracting the defender from Old Trafford and luring him to the London Stadium. United are understood to be working on a deal for Bayern Munich right back Nasser Mazraoui and need to create space. However, it's reported there is still a gap in valuation between the two clubs over a fee for Wan-Bissaka. It is claimed United value him at 15 million plus, which is about right. I'd say for me, it's probably close to the 20-25 million mark plus add-ons is enough to prize him out of Old Trafford. there's a little bit of an opinion piece with a statement from Sir Jim Ratcliffe about potentially building a new stadium. So he's reported. So Jim Ratcliffe has become co-owner of United, restore the club to former glories, and understands that the need to have a stadium of the biggest side in England. Old Trafford's roof leaks, and that has become a symbol of the Glazers' time in charge and a public embarrassment. The British billionaire declared in February that his preference was to rebuild Old Trafford in March. The club announced an Old Trafford task force has been created, and it has taken the panel of 14 members just 2 meetings to agree with Ratcliffe's assessment that a new build is the logical proposal to regenerate Old Trafford and its surrounding area. The end of year has been earmarked for the task force to formally conclude. The findings and club sources estimate a new stadium cost in the region of $2 billion. And moving on to Agate. According to reports by Court Offside, Paris Saint-Germain have set a 59 million euro price tag for United target Manuel Agate. United are interested in bringing the Uruguay international to Old Trafford ahead of the transfer window slamming shut at the end of next month. United are determined to strengthen their holding midfielder options. What do you mean strengthen the holding midfielder options? All we've got is Casemiro where his legs are gone and a very young, a youngster that's just come through the ranks only towards the back end of last season, Kobe Mainoo. So I don't know where they've got that idea from. United are determined to strengthen holding midfielder options, and Agate is one of a handful of midfielders under consideration. It is claimed that it's now not too big a gap between PSG's and United respective valuations of the 23-year-old. So we already know the pre-season results, so I don't have to go over those. Yeah, I don't need to know about that. So an update on Victor Lindelof. The centre-back Victor Lindelof has returned to full training after initially reporting to pre-season with a minor injury problem. The Swede has not featured in pre-season so far, missing the clashes with Rosenborg, Rangers and most recently Arsenal. He has, however, travelled... No, he hasn't. So this update is slightly wrong because he hasn't travelled to the United States as far as I'm aware because he's not fit and he is training... doing light training away from the first team. So, because there are rumours that he is on his way to link back up with Jose Mourinho at Fenerbahce. It was confirmed on Sunday that he returned to full training. It's possible he could feature in the clash with Real Betis in the early hours of Thursday morning. Well, I don't think he went with them, so that update is slightly misinformed. This one is a new one because I've not heard that we've been linked with him, but Juventus winger Federico Chiesa prefers a move to United this summer and amid speculation linking him with other Premier League clubs, according to Italian publication Gazzetta dello Sport. Chiesa, 26, has been linked with a move to Old Trafford at various stages this summer's window. United have not dismissed the possibility of strengthening their attacking options further ahead of the window closing next month. The Italian has also been linked with the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. However, it is suggested he favours a move to United. It is claimed he would cost somewhere in the region of 25 million to 30 million euros. That's pretty cheap. And he's not that bad of a player either. And also, an update with the post that I posted on X earlier today. Apparently, United have inquired about the possibility of signing Chelsea defender Trevor Chabaloa, according to reports by Give Me Sport and other less trustworthy outlets. Chabloa was left out of the Chelsea squad that travelled to the United States for their pre-season tour earlier this month and is expected to be sold before the end of the window. United were linked with his signature earlier this year. Chabloa, who has reportedly been the subject of inquiries from multiple Premier League clubs, made 17 appearances in all competitions last season. And also, something else that I posted about on X earlier this morning, according to a report by German reporter Florian Plettenberg, United do not currently have any plans to sign Brentford striker Ivan Toney. The England international has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford over the last few weeks. His contract at Brentford is up next summer and he has openly admitted he wants to move to a bigger club. However, it is reported that United are not currently planning to speak for the former Peterborough United ace. It is claimed United are focusing on other targets, which makes sense. And moving on to De Ligt. According to a report by Sky Sports News, talks between United and Bayern Munich over a deal for centre-back Matthijs De Ligt remain open. United verbally agreed personal terms with De Ligt earlier this month, but have so far failed to agree a fee with Bayern. It was reported by German publication Blind recently that United had seen an offer turned down. De Ligt is understood to be keen on making the move to Old Trafford before the end of the transfer window. United have already signed one centre-back this summer, bringing in Lenny Yoro from Lille. This one also posted about as well on X earlier this morning. Just going on about that random swap deal that was mentioned, I think, early last week. According to a report by Italian publication Corriere dello Sport, as cited by the faithful MUFC, Inter Milan did not warm to the idea of a swap deal involving Denzel Dumfries and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It was reported by The Athletic on Thursday that a swap deal was being discussed by intermediaries, although a deal was not thought to be advanced at that stage. However, Inter have reportedly shown little interest in agreeing with such a switch. Dumfries has been heavily linked with the move at various junctures during the recent transfer window. This is another Agate thing. It's probably not going to be too much difference, but I might as well just throw it in here as well. According to a report by Football Transfers, I can't say I've heard of them before. There is confidence United will get a deal done for Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Manuel Agate. The holding midfielder is a live target for United as they look to strengthen their midfield options ahead of the transfer window closing at the end of next month. Agate has been of interest to United over the last few weeks and they are determined to bring him to Old Trafford. However, it is being widely reported that the two clubs remain quite apart on their respective valuations of the player. Nevertheless, this report states that there's a sense of optimism United will get the deal done, even if they have to play a bit of a waiting game, but hopefully not too much longer because we need him in before the Fulham game, preferably. Xavi Simons, according to journalist Florian Plettenberg, a decision on Xavi Simons' future is expected from the player in the next few days. It is thought that the Bundesliga club are confident of keeping him this summer after receiving corresponding signals. Bayern Munich have not given up on a deal though, while United look to be outsiders to sign the winger at the stage. It's about the scenery again. The Reds are intending to submit plans for a 100,000 seat new stadium before the end of the year. Manchester United Evening News Sport understands the work would cost an estimated £2 billion to complete, with Ratcliffe hoping for a proposal to be produced by December. Ineos are thought to be hopeful of creating the biggest stadium in Britain for United, with Old Trafford currently holding 75,000 while Wembley Stadium has a 90,000 capacity. So that would be bigger than Wembley. I hope they know what they're doing. And they need to call it Old Trafford. They cannot be changing its name. When asked about new signings this weekend, West Ham boss Julian Lopetegui admitted that at this stage he could not speak about incomings, including Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Is stated as he's told reporters, "Of course, we're going to need new players, and I know the club and Tim are working hard to have the players we need to come in as soon as possible to start the season. But it's about the players who are here and putting the focus on these players because we are working with them." Another update on Lenny Yoro's injury. As reported by PA Sport, United have received an injury boost in their defence as Lindelof returned to first team training overnight. The Swede is not featured for United yet in pre-season, but could now be in line for a start against Real Betis later this week. His return comes as United sweat over the fitness of their new centre-back, Yoro, who was forced off at half-time against Arsenal at the weekend with a suspected sprained ankle. According to Hammers News, a move for Wan-Bissaka by West Ham is looking more likely to be concluded than their approach for Aston Villa striker John Duran. It is believed the Hammers are in talks with the fullback, who United wish to sell in order to free up room in their squad to replace for a replacement right back. It is understood the Reds want in excess of 15 million for the Englishman, which is fair. Yeah, we've already gone over. Yeah, so this is the bit about Christian Eriksen. United are looking to offload Christian Eriksen according to Court Offside. It has been claimed that Anderlecht and Ajax are showing an interest, with the Belgian club already holding talks with the Danish international. However, Eriksen is said to be keeping his options open. United are preparing to sell the 32-year-old as they eye a small profit, as he did come in as a free transfer from Brentford. And yeah, so moving on to just wishing Raphael Varane success at his new club. In case you missed it, Raphael Varane has found a new club. The former United defender was released upon the expiry of his contract in this summer. Already the Frenchman has sought new pastures, signing for Cesc Fabregas's Como 1907. At first, I was curious to find out what the project was all about, and then I immediately saw that it was special, different from any other I'd been offered. So I wanted to know more, said the defender. The more I learned about the project, the more interesting it became. Gave me a different perspective on what I wanted to do. Once the project came along, it was straight to the top of the list, and we managed to close the deal. I'm very happy. I'm meeting Cesc again, but not as an opponent this time. I'm very happy. I really like his philosophy of play and his passion for football. When we spoke, it was easy to understand each other, so I hope we'll have a very positive results. In any case, I'm coming with a great deal of humility to help the team and the club grow. So we wish all the best to Raphael Varane. Popping back to David De Gea, because I did drop a thing about this, I think, in the early hours of the morning. David De Gea was wait for a new club, is expected to go on even longer. That is according to Slow Sports News. He claimed that the Spaniard wage demands are proven to be a stumbling block over a move to Serie A side Genoa. It has been reported in previous days that the Italian outfit are pushing for a deal to sign the 33-year-old, who has been a free agent since July last year. It has been reported that Nordi Michele, Manuel Ugarte and Milan Skriniar have been mooted as possible options for United. The Express has... I don't really trust English newspapers at all. So take this one with a pinch of salt. Has claimed that United could target one of three as leveraging a swap deal for Jadon Sancho. Michele is a 26-year-old right back and has made 45 appearances for the Parisians since making the move from RB Leipzig. In recent weeks, it's been reported that Agate is close to a move to Old Trafford. That hasn't really changed much because of the price is stagnated because it's haven't found a common ground to agree. According to reports in France, PSG have an agreement in principle with Jadon Sancho. Can't say I've heard of this outlet. Sports Zone has claimed that the England winner has a plan in place to sign for the French Giants, but they must meet United's asking price. And is there anything else? No, so I think that's it for this update. So if I have missed anything, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below so I can have a look into it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Stay tuned for the next update because I might do another one again tonight. And I'll see you guys later. Cheers. Bye bye.